Welcome to Who's Your Adventures. My name's Jim, and it's cold, it's raining outside, and I'm not fishing. So what better time than to play with my jig tying? And I've been working on something now for last couple weeks that I've been trying to get mastered. And that's basically tying a jig that resembles a flashing shad. So, you know, as you're working that bait, whether you're vertical jigging it or you're retrieving it, I wanted to give the jig that, you know, when you watch shad, you'll see them go through the water and you'll kind of see them flash. And I wanted to give this jig that same presentation. Obviously, as a crappie fisherman or even a bluegill fisherman, you know, we're competing with the live bait that's normal food to these fish. And so part of this is to recreate that as close as I possibly can. And I think I've you know, got a pretty good handle on it. So we're gonna tie this up tonight. I know there's a handful of you guys here that subscribe that do tie your own stuff, and hopefully this will help you a little bit. We'll go through the materials that you can use. You know, I've tied it with several different materials and stuff. I'm going to show you what I really like to tie it with, and I think once I'm done you'll see why. But let's get started. So basically, I'm going to use a thicker thread. We're going to use a 240D, 240 denier thread, a little bit thicker than I normally use. And it's just with the type of material that I'm going to be using tonight. Now, and we'll discuss that just here in a few minutes, but we're going to wrap down our shank. Again, you know, most of the materials that I use comes from Woods and Water Outdoors, but some of the materials tonight actually I ended up ordering from out west. So, and we'll talk about that as we kind of get into this. So once you make your wrap down, I like to secure this a little bit to the hook shank. I use my hardest nails. I'm just going to come in here and put a little bit on there. This really helps the thread stick to that that hook shank. Now, tonight I'm going to tie this with fox fur. Okay. I like the colors of the fox fur, but you can use marabou too. I've tied it with marabou. I've tied it with synthetics. So you can use this with multiple different materials. I'm going to choose the fox fur tonight. So I want to give this body that kind of black in color. Okay. So we're going to pull a little bit of this fox fur. And how I do this is I just kind of take it and I'll twist it. I want to give it a nice solid body here. We're going to even up our hairs. Then we want to go for our length. Now, I don't go clear of the head, and you'll see why here in a few minutes, but you want to just stay off of the head just a wee bit. So that's our black layer. Now remember, we're building the jig upside down. So this is, you're going to start with your darker color first, and then we're going to come in. And what I'm looking for now is that silver belly color. Again, I'm using fox fur. Start your wraps loose. Make sure that you're where you want to be on your shank. Now I will tell you, the fox fur really lays in there nicely. Now once I've got the fox fur on there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a couple whip finishes and kind of get that tuned in there just so that it's nice and secure. Okay, so that's that. Now this next part is probably the part that took me the longest to get hashed out. And that's coming up with that flash in the jig. So we've kind of got our blackened color. Now we've got our silver belly in here. What we want to create now is the flash. Get that out of here. So I'm going to be using a flash, and you can tell it changes colors all depending on how the light hits it. And how you want to do this is you want to pull a couple pieces out. Maybe. Oh, that one's already out. And you want to make sure they're both the same length. Okay, so kind of line them up. And you want to use 2 pieces at a time. Now we're going to tie them in. We're going to take it all the way back and then bring it back forward. Okay. Now we're just going to leave these dangle for a moment. Sorry about the hand in front of the camera. Now what you want to do is you want to get these lined up so they're laying pretty much side by side. Now if you don't have a rotating vise, this is going to be difficult. You might even want to get something that you can clamp on here to be able to hold this in position. But if you do have a rotating vise, you can simply put these between these 2 fingers, line them up, and then just start rotating this in. For me, this is the slowest process because of all the camera lights and stuff. Kind of makes it difficult to see. But what I want to do is I want to create this body flash. And I want to make sure it's filled in across the body here. And once I make it to the head, we're going to tie this in just like we would our Chanel. Make sure you're holding this flash tight, guys. You let go of it, it's going to unravel on you. Now once I've got that up there and nice and secure, excuse me, I had to swing that back out of the way, you can start to see that as this jig is going to work through the water, this body is going to give the flash. So your target zone should be right in here, which is exactly where your hook set is. Once I get that done, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to complete the whip finish on it. Make sure I'm good and secure. And that, my friends, will produce the flash. Now, where this jig is extremely versatile. So if you're, you know, a lot of the places are getting a lot of rain. Southern Indiana's getting a lot of rain. You know, so the waters are that chocolate milk color. This will work in that chocolate milk color, okay? And vice versa. You know, if you're fishing a lake that's fairly clear, it's also going to do the same thing, because you can see as the lights are hitting this, you know, it's producing that flash that you would see a minnow as it's flashing through the water. And that's what triggers, you know, the strike. So hopefully this is a cool little jig. I'm thrilled with it. I can't wait to fish it more. You know, if you're interested, you know what? We can make a contest out of this. Now through, let's just call it the end of May. Today is May 20th. If you guys shoot me an email, I'll put the email address down here in the video, but if you guys shoot me an email, I'll tie one of these up using the fox fur and put it in an envelope, and I'll send it to you for nothing. And you can try this in your lake wherever you're fishing, okay? I think you'll have some pretty good success with it. Obviously, do me a favor, if you are being successful with it, you know, share the pictures or videos or whatever you got, and you know, we'll put it here on the channel for other guys to discuss and check out and stuff. But it's really an easy jig to tie. It's simple. It's not hard, other than just finding the right colors. And the flash is pretty critical. You know, you can tell that this flash is, let's see if I got a name on it. I do not have a name on it, which sucks. So, but I promise you, you know, you can go on Woods and Water Outdoors website, and you can find this very flash. You know, it's. I wish I had a name to give you. I bought this probably a while back, so the package is ripped up and stuff. But cool little jig. Hopefully this will help some of you out there. If you got any issues or problems tying it, let me know. And if you guys got any questions, let me know. Again, if you like the video, please do me a favor and give me a thumbs up. It really helps the channel out a bunch. And if you're inclined, subscribe to the channel. We got some awesome videos coming out this summer, and hopefully some big fishing videos and using these jigs right here. And as I'm using them, I'll show you out there how I'm using them, whether I'm vertical jigging or whether I'm just retrieving them in and how I'm retrieving them in. Hopefully we'll have a good time. Also hit that notification bell. That way you know when we're uploading videos, and whether it's a jig tying video or a cooking video or a camping video. I think we got a couple of trips planned coming up here real soon. We'll be promoting a couple Airbnbs also. So we pay for it. We're not sponsored by anybody or none of that stuff. You know, we just want to share good quality information with you guys and stuff so that you and your family can go out and have a good time. So that's all I got tonight, guys. Do me a favor, subscribe, hit the like button, hit that notification bell. It's free, okay? And have a great evening, and please be kind. We'll talk at you guys on the next video. Thank you and have a great evening. Goodbye.